this, the King George of 2017. They're off and away, and Highland Reel breaking out pretty swiftly, but the early pace is not too urgent. Maverick Wave on the outside now in the red cap is taking over the pacemaking role. Enable is very handy under Frankie Dettori in the pink cap, though she's pretty keen. In behind them is Jack Hobbs in the all blue jacket towards the inside. Idaho is back in 5th place then, followed in the white cap by Ben Battle towards the inside of Ulysses, and they're followed by My Dreamboat, and towards the rear 60s Song and Desert Encounter on their way down to Swinley Bottom, and they're kicking up plenty of turf now after the heavy rain, and it's Maverick Wave that leads the way. Enable and Frankie Dettori second. On the outside, Highland Reel kept out wide here by Ryan Moore, followed next by Jack Hobbs, and then Idaho close up. They're tracked by Ben Battle and Ulysses as they round Swinley Bottom now. My Dreamboat is further back in the field from 60s Song and Desert Encounter at the tail. Swinging right-handed now and about to pass the 7 furlong marker. Maverick Wave has broken clear of the field by about 6 or 7 lengths from in second place last year's winner Highland Reel. Enable, the Dual Oaks winner, is third, followed by Idaho. Then Jack Hobbs behind these. The Coral Eclipse winner Ulysses is on their heels, followed by Ben Battle, and still towards the rear My Dreamboat, also Desert Encounter, and the Argentinian Raider 60s Song. Heading up the hill now and passing the 5 furlong marker, and Maverick Wave still with a clear lead over Highland Reel in second. Enable is third. They're followed by Jack Hobbs in the headgear and the all blue jacket. The white cap of Ben Battle getting closer. Out wide still is Idaho behind his brother Highland Reel, and then further back to Ulysses, My Dreamboat, Desert Encounter and 60s Song. Now the pacemakers coming up as they run into the turn, and it's Jack Hobbs and Enable who stride on alongside Maverick Wave on turning in. Jack Hobbs on the inside of Enable. They're tracked by Ben Battle. In behind them, Ulysses is travelling well. Highland Reel under pressure out wide, and then Idaho. Now Frankie says go on the filly Enable, and is followed through by Ulysses in second place, and Enable powers clear of Ulysses. Ulysses trying to bridge the gap. They run down to the final furlong. Enable on the far side, Ulysses second, then Idaho running on. It's Enable by 3 lengths inside the final furlong here. Ulysses can make no further impression, and this fabulous filly, a Dual Oaks winner, and now Enable as the King George, and a 5th win for Frankie Dettori. And they're off away for the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Kipco Stakes. Enable drawn wide in the early stages as they begin their run downhill towards Swinley Bottom. Norway is ridden forward in the purple jacket ahead of stable companion Magic Wand. Anthony Van Dyke, the other Aidan O'Brien runner, another of the Aidan O'Brien runners, just slotting in on the inside, going forward to his hunting horn. Enable endeavouring to get in here. Frankie Dettori is still caught towards the outside just behind Crystal Ocean in the dark blue with the yellow cap, red jacketed Valgeist. The grey on the inside is Defoe, followed by the Japanese challenger Cheval Grand, and at the back Mirando, and Saluen, who has been a front runner, is held up at the back of the field. It's Norway that leads the field by a couple of lengths to Magic Wand. In third is Hunting Horn. Aidan O'Brien runners 1, 2 and 3. Anthony Van Dyke then on the inside of Crystal Ocean, followed back in the field by Valgeist. Defoe. Enable has only got 3 behind her. They are Cheval Grand along with Saluen and Mirando as they emerge out of Swinley Bottom, and now racing inside the final 6, just passing the 6 furlong marker, and Norway is serving up a strong gallop, followed by Magic Wand in second place. On the outside in the pink colours is Hunting Horn. Anthony Van Dyke then the inside of Crystal Ocean. Enable is still well back behind Valgeist, followed by Defoe, Cheval Grand, and then Saluen and Mirando is being ridden along to little avail at the back of the field. Heading on towards the 4 furlong marker, they are well strung out. It's looked a punishing pace being set by Norway, who will surely come back to them in the straight. In second, Magic Wand, Hunting Horn, then Crystal Ocean in 4th, Valgeist, and then after Valgeist on the outside is Enable, beginning to pick up 1 or 2 scalps as they run into the home straight, and Norway drifting off the inside. It's closed down by Crystal Ocean. Enable making rapid progress down the outside. Crystal Ocean goes on. but ENABLE is quick to challenge. Then Hunting Horn and Valdgeist. ENABLE on the outside of Crystal Ocean, and these two are kicking away from Valdgeist in third, racing on towards the final furlong, and what a battle between them. ENABLE near side, Crystal Ocean will not give in on the far side. They go head to head, toe to toe. She's just in front, ENABLE, racing up towards the line, and she'll win a second King George. What a race! And they're off, racing in the 2020 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Kifko Stakes in heavy rain. And Sovereign, wide of his two rivals, is the early leader. Japan, ENABLE, almost together as they race through the first furlong, racing downhill on the long run to Swinley Bottom. And Sovereign, who was a trailblazing winner of the Irish Derby last season, is about 3 or 4 lengths clear. ENABLE second, and Japan just last of the three now. ENABLE quite keen, racing down the hill as they approach the final mile, now a mile and half a furlong. And up in front is Sovereign and William Buick, 3 or 4 lengths clear of ENABLE, who is bidding for this historic third win this afternoon, and Japan just in the wake of ENABLE, a length and a half behind. Swinging right-handed at Swinley Bottom, and up front it's Sovereign, who just opens up a little bit more, goes about 6 lengths clear of the odds-on favourite in second place, Frankie Dettori in the familiar pink cap, and then Japan and Ryan Moore just waiting in behind. Now they're racing uphill most of the way home, and still pressing on in front is Sovereign, who just extends a bit more, heading on towards the final 5 furlongs. William Buick is trying to get a bit more distance between himself and ENABLE. And then Japan back in third in this fascinating tactical battle as they approach the final half mile now, and it's still Sovereign out clear, a good 6 or 7 lengths clear of ENABLE in second, and then Japan going well in last place. They're about to run into the final turn then in the King George, and Sovereign still with this clear advantage. Frankie Dettori sitting confidently on the mare in second place, and Ryan Moore in third on Japan as they swing for home and up the home straight. Sovereign is hard ridden. ENABLE coming there pretty strongly and cutting back the deficit very quickly indeed, and now Ryan Moore gets to work on Japan as well, and ENABLE is cantering, and Frankie Dettori looks round to his left, a long leering look, and Japan hangs in behind, and now ENABLE is sent about her business and strikes on passing the furlong marker, and she goes 3-4 lengths clear. This magnificent mare, a mare in a million, a mare in 10 million, one of the great champions of the sport, and for ENABLE it's King George III. History is made at Ascot, beats off Sovereign in second, and Japan a long way back in third.